You're listening to Third Coast Music Network. PJ the DJ sitting in with y'all. I've got Mr. James McMurtry and BettySoo here today. They're going to give us a little interview, and they're going to give us a little bit of music. So, welcome, sir.
Good to be here.
Got to turn them on.
Try that again.
I'll try it again.
There we go.
There I am.
Well, I understand you used to live in San Antonio once upon a time.
Yeah, from about 84 to about 88.
Oh, so you can see the little bit of difference in the city now as you're driving around?
A little bit. I'm amazed at how much stuff remains from that time. That usually doesn't happen.
Yeah, city construction, though, we've got that down pat. It's everywhere.
Jobs, 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 as they used to say.
Yep, exactly. Well, welcome, sir.
Good to be here.
Doing Green Show tomorrow night. BettySoo goes on at 8, and you go on at 9.
Yeah, and we play on each other's sets a little bit, so it's kind of a mix and match thing.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, get there early. Don't wear too many clothes. You'll be all right.
Yeah, exactly. Still going to be summer here in South Texas yet.
That's right.
Front doesn't come in till this weekend, they say. Now, your bandmates are still Darren Hess, Cornbread, and Tim Holt.
That's correct.
They say, you guys been together a long time, haven't you?
Well, Cornbread's only been with us about 15 years. I think.
It's a rookie,
The
huh?
other guys about 25 years apiece.
Wow. And you were doing streaming during the COVID and all that. How did that work out for you?
We both did that. Yeah, it worked out pretty good for me. It changed my attitude towards performance because people seemed to think it was doing them good, which never really occurred to me.
Yeah, same here. You know, people would say it over the years, and it's not like I thought they were lying, but it was so difficult for me to grasp that my job that I feel like most of the time seems so narcissistic could actually be a act of service that I just couldn't accept it. But then that really did change that.
Yes, it became sort of a secular ministry, which I guess is okay.
Yeah, that's something different anyway.
Yeah.
Well, at our age, it's learning new tricks is always fun too.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess it's about that time I started to get over the stage fright, where, and found out that, like, connection is actually fun.
Who knew?
After all that, huh?
Yeah, it only took 35 years to get through to me.
And I see you're also playing with your son Curtis occasionally.
Well, very occasionally. Yeah, he has a different take on music. He's actually has a degree in music comp with an emphasis on ethnomusicology, so he's way ahead of me.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that, yeah. And you live in Lockhart now.
I do now, yeah. It got a little pricey in Austin.
Yeah. So, Smitty's or Blackies?
I like Smitty's. Yeah, it's the old Kreitzes. Yeah.
Smitty's an interesting place.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've had to stop out there once or twice because they got such fabulous barbecue.
Well, they say when the Kreitzes broke up, the family divided it, and that's one of them got the pits, and the other one's got the name, and the guy that got the name rolled a wheelbarrow up to the Smitty's pits and got himself a wheelbarrow full of coals and rolled it down to the new place. And
oh,
so it's the same fire that's been burning since
I hadn't heard that.
for as long as anybody can remember.
Yeah, that's some fabulous stuff out there. Still working through that. What's your favorite song you've written?
Oh, I don't like any of my songs all that much. There was one called Restless that I used to like pretty well.
One of my favorite songs of yours I play here. You did a tribute to, I got to look back and see who the name was. It was called Fight. The music of Chris Galloway.
I don't remember anything about that.
Oh,
I think you got the wrong guy.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I got it up here.
Really?
Yeah.
What did I play on it?
It was a tribute to Chris Galloway.
I don't know who Chris Galloway is.
Okay, I may be totally wrong on that then, and I apologize.
I've never heard of a Chris Galloway.
Sorry, Chris.
I did something. I did a tribute to. Was that friend of Dave Alvin's?
Ted Hawkins.
No.
Chris Gaffney.
Gaffney. Yeah, I did. I was on that record.
All right, now apologize. Let me go.
And of course,
I didn't put my glasses on, so
yeah.
I don't want to look real handicapped.
Yeah, we went to L.A. and recorded that. I remember that. Yeah, that was one of Chris's.
Chris
songs.
Gaffney. Yeah, Fight. And that's that's probably one of the few songs you seem to have fun on.
Well, I have fun on Choctaw Bingo. I've learned
Choctaw Bingo.
I've loosened up over the years. I have a little bit of fun now and then.
Choctaw Bingo is one of my favorites. That's on my three of yours that I just it means something to me. So we can't play it because it's got lyrics in there.
Yeah, the FCC will come down hard on you if you play that.
Yeah, well, we played it for a while till somebody asked their mom about it, and then their mom raised heck with us. So then we enjoyed it while it lasted.
Some stations can get away with it, but yeah, if you get a direct complaint, that can cause problems.
Yeah, for one line, and who knew?
And who cares? But anyway.
Oh yeah, I'm with you.
Well, the answer should have been, well, son, it's how you got here.
There you go. There you go. Oh. When you're writing, melody first or lyrics come to you?
Simultaneous, generally. I get a couple of lines with a melody, and I think, well, who said that? And I try to envision the character that might have said it, and then I can work backwards to the story if I'm lucky.
Okay, I can go with that. That's kind of like, what's the new? I want to say South Texas.
South Texas Lawman?
Yes.
Yeah, that actually did. I stole some lines from a poem that a friend of mine wrote, but yeah, I had a melody for it.
That was, I was trying to remember what the line was because I just loved it. Oh, and I can't stand getting old, it don't fit me.
Yeah, I stole
love
that line too. The "Don't Fit Me" was Sam the Lion in my father's book, The Last Picture Show. It's not in the movie, but in the book, there's a scene where they're out fishing, and Sam kind of has a fit, says, with an expletive. I don't want to be old. It don't fit me. So,
I love that line. You got more lines than people. You could throw away more lines than people are writing their lifetime.
It's my job.
And you do well at it, sir. All right, you want to give us a song?
Yeah, I'll do the title track off my new record.
Oh, okay.
Black dog and the wandering boy come around every night. The wandering boy never gets any older. The black dog doesn't bite. He just sits on the floor at the corner of the bed, watching for the things that haunt. They ought to both go away when I take my meds, but they don't. Hey, somebody lied to me. Hey, somebody lied to me. Sun's coming up and it's 7 in the morning. Another drink wouldn't hurt. Sitting outside on Mom's front porch, watching the squares go to work. And another one's on, and another one's on, and another one rides the bus, jamming out that old Weird Al song, and they ain't got time for us. Hey, somebody lied to me. Hey, somebody lied to me. There's something hiding in that space beneath the stairs. Lord knows I'm frightened, but these old folks just don't care. Dinner time and I'm looking in the mirror, sure enough getting old. Mom's down there yelling up the stairs, come on now, your food's getting cold. Well, I'll come down when I'm damn good and ready, won't you just let me be? Leaning on the sink and I can't get steady, staring right back at me. I see my father with his patience wearing thin. Sometimes it bothers me to look so much like him. There's something hiding in that space beneath the stairs. I try to find it, but my memory won't go there. Hey, somebody lied to me. Hey, Hey, somebody lied to me. The black dog and the wandering boy don't ever do any harm. They make no messes and they make no noise. There's no cause for alarm. I kinda got used to them being around a place I don't care what mama don't allow. Gonna miss them if they ever go away. They're such a part of me now. Hey, somebody lied to me. Hey, somebody lied to me. Hey, somebody lied to me. Hey, somebody lied to me.
Oh, excellent. From the title track to his new release, The Black Dog. I gotta turn my mic on. That's from the new release, The Black Dog and the Wandering Boy.
It is.
Where did that come from?
Well, the black dog and the wandering boy. After my dad passed, my stepmom asked me if Larry ever talked about his hallucinations. I said, not to me. She said, well, did he ever mention the black dog and the wandering boy? I said, no, but I'm going to use that.
That's a great title, great song.
I stole a bunch of stuff from that. Well, there was one of my ex-bass players used to hang out with Keith Ferguson from the Fabulous Thunderbirds, and Keith was living with his mom, and they were out on the front porch one morning. The sun was coming up, and Keith was stirring his vodka and grapefruit juice or whatever, and says, yeah, I like to sit up and watch the squares go to work. So I took that one, too.
The lines just fall into your lap sometimes, don't they?
Yeah.
You know what? They're all around us. Just most of us don't know how to pick them. It's like when you can tell that James is a lifelong avid sportsman, because if you drive down any highway or road with him, he will see 10 times the wildlife that you will spot. His eye is trained on it, and I think in the same way his ear is trained for those lines, just hearing them fall out of people's mouths and go, they didn't know that was that special, but I did, and I think that's part of it, is having an ear for that. That's part of his specialness, I guess.
Oh, yeah, you got some of that.
So that's where the, which song was it that's got cowboys on horses shooting doves?
Oh, yeah, South Texas Lawman, yeah, that line about...
Was that in there? Okay.
About hunting quail from horseback.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. And I've actually seen it, so it rang true with me, let me tell you. Some of these things I've seen since I've been here in Texas just amaze me. What's your favorite guitar you've ever had? Still got it?
I don't know. It's whichever one works for me at a given time.
Oh, not one that's a favorite, your go-to or anything?
Well, they get old. I mean, I had one that was a favorite for a while, and then it started getting dead spots in the neck right where I didn't need it, so I auctioned it off for my cousin's cancer benefit.
Put it to good use.
BettySoo's been angry with me about that ever since.
Not angry, just
She liked the guitar.
mildly jealous that it found a new home, not with me.
It was an ESP Ron Wood signature Telecaster.
Oh.
So it wasn't a real Fender, but
But it was the
it
Choctaw
works.
Bingo guitar.
Yeah, that's what I recorded Choctaw Bingo with a couple of times.
But what I liked about it was that I used it as a practice guitar one night, because acoustic guitar is kind of too loud to play in a hotel, but an electric guitar, nobody else can hear it in the next room without an amp. So I was just using it to practice some stuff. And what happens when you play a different guitar is sometimes your fingers just start doing different things. It's like they've unlocked a different puzzle that they couldn't unlock on any other guitar, and all of a sudden you're learning these guitar techniques. Like, it's like a new guitar teaches it to you. And that guitar started like making me come up with these different patterns and things on the guitar. And I was like, I've got to have this, but I'm not going to get to.
Yeah, that'll help with your songwriting too sometimes.
Yeah,
It
that's
just
what I
throws you in a
mean.
different
Yeah. Just,
brain
and then,
pattern. Yeah.
and then you had to go be generous with it.
And then you guys were doing Wednesday night lates after John D. Graham.
Well, we actually after COVID, I moved to Tuesday nights early
Oh, Tuesday night is early.
because I figured I'd moved to Lockhart by then, and I realized what I'd been doing to my band for years because they all live out of town and they got to drive home at 2 a.m. And well, Tim Holt lives all the way nearly here. He lives up around Spring Branch.
Okay. Oh, that's a
So
drive.
he'd have to drive back, dodging the wild hogs and the deer at night.
And especially the deer. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
So now they play at the nice early time of 10 o'clock.
yeah, that works pretty well.
Early time at 10.
But I do Wednesdays in the gallery upstairs at 8:30. BettySoo joins me on that quite a bit.
Ah.
And about once a month, I play the late slot after him on Tuesday
yep.
with my band. And my band, I'll
Late
have to
slot
drive
is
home.
harder than it was when we were doing it. People just don't stay out late. I mean, I noticed 24-hour dining has pretty well gone away in Austin. I don't know what it is down here.
And
Really?
no grocery stores
the
are open all night anymore.
Oh.
Magnolia's closed at midnight. I think.
The overnight scene is gone.
Yeah, we still got, we got some great Mexican restaurants open 24 hours here. That's
Oh,
nice.
good. We'll have to move down here.
Yeah, because I sure miss La Mexicana Bakery.
Yeah, that was.
How,
When
how,
you had to make that 5 a.m. flight,
Exactly.
you needed some breakfast tacos
Where
on
could
the way to
you
the airport.
get a hot buñuelo and a taco?
yeah, perfect.
There.
Perfect. Well, the new album I absolutely love it from song to song to song. How hard was that to write?
Well, it's not any harder than it was to write anything. I mean, I write out of fear, and I make records out of fear, and it's all the fear of being irrelevant and not having a job. And so when the tour draw falls off, then book some studio time and finish some songs so I'll have something to do when we get in there.
Yeah, but you don't have to worry about making a hit record anymore, do you?
I never did.
Or
have
hit
to worry
song,
about,
pop song.
I never did have to worry about that. What I have to worry about is filling clubs, because that's where all our revenue comes from.
Yeah, there's no
So
more-
if
Yeah.
we don't put a record out now, then you guys will play it on the radio, and the print journalists will write about it, and people will know we're coming to town.
Speaking of that,
See, like we used to, the hit song was from the old days when the business model was you made a record and you toured to support record sales in the hope of living off the royalties. Well, I never sold enough records to worry about that. So, and now, Napster and Spotify turned everything on its head to where there are no record royalties, because the royalty for streaming and downloads is nothing.
Well, it's .005. I mean, you do enough and you get a nickel.
Exactly. So there's no point in that. The point, but so now we put out records to promote tour dates.
Okay.
And,
Okay. I'm just kind of curious how that was affecting everything.
Which
I know
is-
there's changes, but sitting over here, we don't know. We play them.
well, yeah, I mean,
But you guys still play that ever important role of reminding people that we have stuff and
we're playing at Gruene Hall tomorrow.
and playing it in the context of other music. I feel like because that so influences how you take in a song or an artist is who you hear them before and after. Just like at a live show, but like on the radio, you have these infinite combinations that you can make, and it really affects the listener.
Good point.
And we're one of the few places that still has live DJs. Everybody's going to
Yeah,
tape record. Well, those guys, DJs,
they're
like,
just iPods in the sky. It seems like.
that's it. Takes them an hour to do a weekly show, and they're done. I just don't know how they can do that. I have too much fun being a DJ. I grew up with DJs. Our era was DJs. It's not iPods or podcasts or anything. It was being a DJ. And when I started doing this, it was like, I still can't wipe the smile off my face doing this.
That's good.
Keep smiling.
Yeah. All right. You want to give us another song?
Yeah, we'll do one off of BettySoo's record. She's got a new record out. Will
is that the
Sexton
one?
produced it.
Is that this one?
That's
Yeah,
it.
I'm actually on that record.
I saw that. You're on the last song there.
I'm on a couple of them.
He's
actually.
on a few.
I'm not on this one, I don't think. But
No, but live, I'll let you.
yeah, okay.
Okay.
If there's someone waiting, counting minutes ticking by for a message to come through, or for your voice on the line, there's a message sewn in secret with the strings of her heart, trace lines left by Cupid's needle when you're feeling far apart. Why would I wanna know? Why would I wanna know? If there's a memory made with her, held in your mind so dear, some memento that you treasure hiding in plain sight round here, some keepsake you touch when I'm not around, you lose your breath and missing someone in another town. Why would I wanna know? Why would I wanna know? Why would I wanna know about a heart split in two? Why would I wanna hear how well she understands you? Why would I wanna feel like I'm playing the fool? Why would I wanna know for certain what I already do? Why would I wanna know? Why would I wanna know? The truth ain't always a gift laid out in the light. No, some things are better kept in the dark at night. Your fingers flutter across your lips like they belong to someone else. Heard you humming old love songs when you think you're by yourself. Only half paying attention what's going on at home. Never leave the room without picking up your phone. Never ask you to say what's bound to only hurt us more. Said no strings at the start, but that was years ago. And I don't wanna know. No, I don't wanna know. 'Cause why would I wanna know about a heart split in two? Why would I wanna hear how well she understands you? Why would I wanna feel like I'm playing the fool? Why would I wanna know for certain what I already do? Why would I wanna know? Why would I wanna know? No, I don't. Said I don't wanna know. I don't wanna know.
Wonderful. James McMurtry and BettySoo. Wow, y'all, that just sounded wonderful over here, let me tell you.
Oh, thank you.
Got a question on a song. Back to Coeur d'Alene. Who is Carlton?
Well, I stole a name from I had an uncle that passed not too long ago. And I took names and just added them to fictional characters. The Mikey in the song actually, the character is a human character in the song, but in real life it was a dog. Is a dog. One of my dogs is named Mikey, and Mikey always looks like, when he wakes up, he looks like he thinks he's in trouble. I don't know who. Somebody might have mistreated him, and I can kind of relate. So that's where I got that whole line about, Mikey come to visit in the morning and says we're not in trouble anymore. Yeah.
Okay, and the other one I got a question on is, what's Annie doing in Nebraska?
Well, Annie refers to Ann Compton, who was an ABC News reporter that was traveling with the George W. Bush entourage when the towers fell.
Oh.
So she wound up on Air Force One flying around in circles all day long, and nobody could find the president. And finally the plane touched down. She got off the plane and called ABC News directly, and they put her on the air live with Peter Jennings, and you can hear her in the tape. You can hear her say, "Peter, can you hear me?" He says, "I can hear you, Annie. What are you doing in Nebraska?" So that's where I got that whole.
All right, and Bush was reading the book. That's where the part that is from.
Yeah, well, as American songwriters, we all have to have our "I Will Never Forget 9/11" song, and one of the things I will never forget about that day was that we heard from Yasser Arafat before we heard from our own president.
Yeah.
And I just don't feel like letting him off the hook on that one.
Yeah. 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 That's a wonderful song. I just couldn't figure out Annie in Nebraska. Now I
It was Ann
understand.
Compton. That was back in the days when network TV was still kind of hanging on.
Yeah, when it was much more created stuff.
Well, everything had blown up, but I think that's what took away the center in our politics is, when we were kids, you had 3 networks, and you had Walter Cronkite and a couple other guys trying to be Walter Cronkite, and they had to work from the center out because everybody watched the same news.
Well, and there were
twice a
rules,
day.
there were rules. There was the
There were
fairness
journalistic
doctrine,
standards, but there was there were only 3 or 4 channels and a whole
Right.
bunch of people. You had to try to get everybody, so you worked from the center out. And then cable news came along and everything splintered, and you had 50 channels, then you had 250 channels, and now everybody can go to their own cheerleader and hear their own reality.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's kind of what's took us down.
Yeah, their own reality, and there's a lot of that going on. I don't care which side you're on; they've got the people for it. If you just, I was just curious. I kept listening to that song, trying to figure out why Annie and why she was at Offutt Air Force Base.
Well, that's where the plane landed. Well, that's what she answered. She said, we didn't know we were in Nebraska till we got off the plane. She used the term rabbit hole because they were saying, well, what is the president saying about this? And she says, I can't get to the president. He went down the rabbit hole. So,
He's out teaching kids how to read.
yeah.
We're talking with Mr. James McMurtry and BettySoo today. Wonderful seeing you all here. They're on doing Gruene Hall tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, BettySoo, and then 9 o'clock, Mr. McMurtry goes on.
Correct, yeah.
You wanted to give us one more song? We'll let you out of here
suppose
then.
we could do that, We'll do Blackout.
Sure.
Okay.
BettySoo wrote this song. But she lets me play and sing on it sometimes.
Like I was gonna say no.
Well, you can't just have anybody.
I'm not saying I would never say no to anybody. I'm just saying like I would say no.
Ah. By the time we got to Richmond, I knew you were somewhere else. Your mind was reeling down a different road. You could see through what I felt. By the time we pulled into Charlotte, threw our bags on the bed, I hadn't said a word in hours. You had torn your nails to shreds. And it's dark with the blackouts drawn tight. You can't tell from here if it's 10 in the morning or the middle of the night. We're gonna lie here together like nothing's wrong. The window unit moaning its own sad song. And it's dark, baby, it's so dark with the blackouts drawn.
By the way you veered into that lotto, dragged so hard the ashes raced to your lips. I knew you had so much to say, you just couldn't find the words. Do your anger justice. By the way, I know I haven't said enough that I believe in who you are. No, and now it's too late. It just falls empty like the
gonna lie here together like nothing's wrong. The window unit moaning its own sad song, and it's dark. Baby, it's so dark with the blackouts drawn.
Excellent. Excellent. You're such a little thing. When did you get a voice like that? How old were you when you decided, hey, I can do this?
Well, I, grew up in a musical family. Sang my whole life, but no, I didn't start writing songs till I was almost 30. I definitely didn't think I could do this as a living. I didn't even consider it. It was like, might as well tell me to like be an astronaut or a mountain climber, or a basketball player. For people who don't know, I'm 5 feet tall, and not athletic. So, I mean, it seemed about as realistic
to me,
as
you were on a rowing team. You were actually coxswain, I believe. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's where the voice comes from. Then
serious boat racing there.
Yeah, you know what? On modern boats, you have a little microphone.
Yeah, but I think you did some rowing too, because your feet are all busted up from rowing.
That's true. They are.
Oh heavens!
Yeah. But anyway, no, I didn't think I would do this, but at some point I was foolish enough to quit grad school and start writing songs instead, and never looked back.
I've done well with it then. Both of y'all have.
Thank you.
I appreciate y'all coming in today. They got a show tomorrow night. I've got James McMurtry, BettySoo, doing a show at Gruene Hall tomorrow night. 8 o'clock, BettySoo goes on. 9 o'clock, Mr. McMurtry goes on. Anything else you want to say while you're here?
Well, let's see.
What did I forget?
Oh, yeah. The one thing, if you think you're profound and you think it matters, consider the line, Jeremiah was a bullfrog, and the fact that everybody in the world has heard it. And the other thing to remember is there's only one S in New Braunfels.
Yeah.
Comes at the end of the word.
Yep.
But there is a U in green.
Yeah.
And it comes in the middle.
That's a weird one.
Yeah, you're in Lockhart. You hear them mispronounce that all the time there in New Braunfels.
Yep.
Well, folks, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all coming in today. I don't want to hang you up any longer. You're going to be able to go and enjoy San Antonio traffic. You staying in town, or are you going back?
I got to feed some dogs, so we're going to have to fight our way out through Windcrest or maybe go to Seguin. I don't know. It depends on how map app tells us.
Yeah, at least you don't have to go 35 north, which is our really horrible zone.
We do that.
10's come along, but it's still not there.
Sometimes that's still the way.
Yeah, up to
Oh, well.
up to San Marcos, over to Martindale. That way.
We'll see.
Yeah. Well, thank you all for coming in. We do appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks
Thank
for
you for
having us.
having
It
us.
really helps.